Okay, so today we are making gift wrap projects, and they're going to be featuring this great paper from the Holiday Mini. It's called A Little Bit Festive. It is a specialty paper that includes pattern paper and these cool die cuts and backgrounds, and it happens to be on sale as well. It is on the last chance list. It's only $8. It was originally $10. So $8 gets you all the papers, the die cuts, and that is making our gift wrap projects easy peasy. So let's go. I'm going to be sharing all the other things as we go and talking about what we're using as well. So if you're just joining, welcome in. This is Just Stamp with Anna Marie. This is week 9 of the 12 weeks of Christmas, and we are going to have to fast forward the next few weeks because we're running out of time for Christmas. So this cute little project is a book treat holder, and I'm using the book treat boxes, which are in the mini catalog, I believe. They're $10. You get 10 boxes. They're so easy to assemble and really fun to decorate. So this little one here, I've decorated with some of the die cuts from the Little Bit Festive paper. I'm going to walk you through to show you how I did that. The box, as I said, is easy to assemble. And here are the parts we're going to need. So let's start off with the box itself. It is 2 pieces. There is a base and then the book outer layers, and everything is pre-scored, so you can just fold. It also has the adhesive built in, so that makes it really easy to assemble. And the base as well is pre-scored. I'm going to assemble it as we speak right now. I'm just folding on all the burnished lines. These are just the easiest things to come together. All right, once you fold and burnish, you're going to bring up the sides with those little tabs in. And there is a piece of adhesive that we're going to remove from here. And we're creating the base box. So I'm just going to fold those tabs in, bring up the wall, push it over, and it is adhered. And repeat on the other side as well. So bring the tabs in, fold that back. Oops, let me take off the adhesive. There we go. All right, so that assembled the base. Hello, Lena, thank you for joining in. Is it Lena or Lena with a long E? Okay, so let's get to our decorating. To decorate, I'm taking 2 pieces of the pattern paper from the Little Bit Festive. So on one side we have Christmas trees. On the second side we have some red decorations, I guess, little stars on there. These measure 3 by 4 inches. They go on the front and back cover of the book. And then for the spine, I have a piece of let's see, all of a sudden I went blank. Which pie is this? Pecan pie. It's 1 inch by 4 inches. And all we're going to do is adhere this to the book front and back. And I am using my favorite adhesive, the liquid glue. It is so forgiving. You could use Seal or Seal Plus. The trouble with those adhesives is once you stick them down, they're hard to tweak. And I often need to tweak my papers. So I'm going to double check on that, push it up just a little. See what I mean? I can actually shift it over if it's not exactly where I want. All right, now I'm going to add my front and back. Now if you have a corner rounder, you could round the corner of the paper. I'm just going to wing it with my paper snips, and I'm going to apply adhesive right here. Again, these are 3 by 4 inches for the front and the back of the book. I'm going to place those down. And second one. So you always have a choice of the papers. I have made cards. Oh, I wish I had them here to share with you. I also made 16 cards from this kit. These are the leftovers from the kit after I made the cards. So you get lots of die cuts, lots of paper. You can just keep creating. Let's see, I'm going to snip the edges here. So I'm going to just take my snips and round the edges. And I'm going to trim off. One of them is a little bit longer than it needs to be, so this is a great time to snip that to the shape of the book and then do the other rounded corners as well. Look how easy the front and back were decorated. Now you will see there's also adhesive strips on the back panel. There's also an adhesive strip on the latch. We're not going to be using that though. All right, I am going to go ahead and set my box on the back. And let's put this right in, and I'm going to put up the spine so that I have this aligned correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and secure that down. And we're already coming along. So we've created the base of the box. Let's decorate. As I said, I'm not going to adhere. When you're ready to gift this, you could adhere it closed completely with that self-adhesive strip right there. We're not going to do that. However, I like to have mine open so that I can close and open as often, whoops, as I like. Sorry about that. All right. To decorate, I'm using a piece of Pool Party that I pre-cut. It measures 3 inches by 2 1/4. So that's one layer. My next layer is one of the postage stamps from the Perennial Postage Dies. So this set includes lots of sizes, lots of nested sizes. And I am going to be flat adhering that to the Pool Party to create a background for my cute little gingerbread house. And I have just a tiny border on all sides. Bring that down. And now look how sweet the little gingerbread house is. It's a die cut from the A Little Bit Festive paper pack. And I am going to be adhering this with dimensionals. And I actually have a new sheet. Oh my gosh, these sheets are honeycomb shaped. You can use every last bit, the edges. And I go through quite a few of these sheets. I think they're about $4.50 for a sheet, for 3 sheets in a pack. And they will take you far. And I'm just removing the protection, the sticky protection. And I'm going to add that at an angle, just off to the left side. It's going to kind of pop off the postage stamp label. And we're going to add a little greeting on here that says Merry Christmas. And I'm taking this from the Humble Home stamp set. So I have a nice little tiny greeting right here, Merry Christmas. And I'm going to stamp that on a piece of basic white paper, and I'm going to use basic black ink. Let's see if I have one handy here. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to move this over so I don't get that inky. And just ink up. And stick with me. I'm going to share with you what this little box can hold, what I'm using mine for. All right, so that's Merry Christmas. I'm going to hand snip this down to size. So I'm just going to cut straight across. If you don't trust yourself to make a straight cut, you could use the paper trimmer. I'm just going to wing it. It's not a long distance I have to cut straight, so easy. And I'm going to snip off a little bit closer. And do that with the Merry as well. All right, let me tidy up. This greeting is going to be popped up with dimensionals, so the mini dimensionals are the perfect size for this tiny greeting. And I can already see I've already got black fingers, inky fingers. I've been stamping all day, prepping for Christmas, all kinds of cards and projects. And I'm just going to put that up about midway. And I like the wonky effect, the whimsical slant. That way you don't worry about it being perfectly straight if it's intentionally angled. And wow, that little mini dimensional fits perfectly. And then I'm going to add that right like so. All right, we are ready to add this to our box front. Now, the box with the latch is at the back. You're going to want to make sure that you have it set up correctly. And you could have it book orientation this way. I'm going to put mine horizontal or landscape, so it looks more like a little purse. And I am going to be adding my focal point art, but I'm not going to flat adhere it. I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. And the reason why I want to pop it up with dimensionals is because that's going to allow me to open and close the box as often as I want. And I can see I've got ink going on someplace. So someplace I stuck my hands in the ink because I'm getting it all over. Oops, I'm not going to go too close though. Okay, let's give this a try. And I want to avoid putting it in the center portion there. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull that off because I want to be able to slide that latch in. So I'm just going to bring it over and it's going to go this way. Putting it in position. I'm trying to center just like so. Super cute. That's about it. And then that way you can still open it, fill it, and close it, and still latch it. Whereas once you use that adhesive, you're kind of committed. Now you might be wondering, it's a tiny little box, what might I put in? So let me share with you what I've inserted into this little gift box. I've added some shreddy, and I have a little brooch in my box, which is super cute. That's a little gift that's going to be under the tree for me, and I know I'm going to love it. Or if you're not into brooches or jewelry, here's another thing that fits in. Your favorite sweets, something like these little Wicked Cool bars from, I think these were from Trader Joe's. So look how easily those fit in there. So there's 3 chocolates that fit in. There are plenty of other things that would fit in as well. Easy button gift wrapping with that a little bit festive. And the book treat boxes, so ready to go. The book boxes are still available. They're 10 for $10. And let's see if you're interested in the item code. Let's see if I have it handy. So here's the label. And if you're shopping, the code is 164048. I would love it if you shop with me. If you do shop with me, use this host code here, BS7JP4CA, and you will receive a Funfold tutorial via email from me. Orders over $50 will also get a gift in the mail from me. So there's our first easy button project. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lena. I think they came out pretty cute. And I know I can think of lots of things to insert into this little box. I love the gingerbread box. All right, so next we are going to be doing some bags. So let me move these aside. And I will bring in the first project, which is now a gift bag. And I'm going to start with the larger big bag, and I'm going to say these bags are ready-made bags. They're gift bags. It's a combo pack. You get 8 large and 8 small, so a total of 16 bags. They're $10. And here's the code if you're interested in shopping. These are still also available. Last I checked, 164922, and I think these are online exclusive as well. So let's share what I'm going to be making. So I have a gift bag, and this is a generous size gift bag. It's going to measure 4.5 by 5.5, and it's also pretty deep. It's 2.5 inches deep. And I am using still that a little bit festive paper, one of the card backgrounds, and some of the die cuts. This little flag is from there as well. I've also got some pecan pie paper up at the top. So let's get started. I'll share with you how I created that, how super easy it is. So we're going to start off. Here are the materials we need. And I'm starting with my gift bag. This is the larger bag. So you can see on the back side is the fold. I have a layer of the Little Bit Festive paper. It measures 4.5 by 5.5. And then I have a strip of pecan pie that measures 4.5 by 1.25. I have pre-die cut from the postage labels, the largest die cut in real red. This label measures 5 by 3.75. That's going to be a layer. And then we've got a background, which I think is super cute with the little cookie shapes. This is ready cut from the Little Bit Festive. We are going to be trimming this down so that I can layer it on top of that postage stamp. And my ribbon is the pom-pom ribbon, pool party pom-pom ribbon, and the red and white peppermint. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll share with you how I did this bag. Super easy, as I said. And I'm also going to share with you what I inserted into the bag. So if you're still shopping, you can get lots of ideas on what to buy. I know that one of the stores is going to be having a gift card sale this weekend, so you could use one of the book treat boxes for a gift card, or one of these bags as well. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just putting that on, abutting it right in the middle of the bag. And then I'm going to add that layer of pecan pie up at the top. And again, it's flat adhesive. And I want to persuade you that the liquid glue is the flat adhesive for these projects. Very forgiving, very economical. And it's aggressive adhesive too. Sometimes the adhesive isn't too sticky. All right, so it's coming along, right? Now I did mention we need to trim down this background. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And let's see. It's hiding right next to my work area right here. That's why I can't find it. And it's getting messy already. All right, I am just going to take 1/4 inch off. So you could just take it off one of the sides. I like to take it off evenly. So I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch from the bottom, from the top. So it's now going to be 4 3/4. And I'm going to take 1/4 inch from the width as well. So this one, I think I can just take it off one side. I'm going to bring it down to 3.5. And that is all we're doing on that paper. These are just, I can't emphasize how much I love this paper pack with all of the die cuts. Makes it so easy. And again, I created already 16 cards with this paper pack. What I'm using for the gift packaging is the leftovers. Okay, so I'm just going to layer that right in the middle. So that red has a nice contrast. It picks up the color from the cookie sheet. This is going to be layered center. So I'm just going to go again, flat adhesive. And I'm being pretty generous because I don't want this layer to fall off. So I'm using more than I would typically use on a card. And it's going to be centered there. All right, coming along right. While I have this flat, I'm going to punch a little hole at the top. And I'm going to bring in this tool called a crocodile. It looks dangerous, but I'm just going to punch a hole. It's a nice, about 1/4 of an inch big. Punch that through. That's where my ribbon's going to pop through. All right, we're going to make up our label. And again, this little flag, red flag, is one of the die cuts from the paper. And I'm going to use one of the stamps, still from the Humble Home stamp set. I'm just going to use that to and from. So I've mounted it on my block A, and you know, I don't even think you can get block A anymore. I think Stampin' Up! Retired block A, which is a shame because I still like the small stamp, or sorry, the small block for my small stamps. So now if you were going to label this, I probably would write on it before I stick it on. You can still stick it on though. I'll still be able to write on it, and I just put it kind of lower. I didn't want to disrupt the cookie sheet, so I found a nice little space where this could rest happily without interfering with all the cookies on the pool party background. I'm going to put that right through there. And then we're pretty much done. The next thing you would want to do is go ahead and add your gifts. So let's see what I put in this gift bag. It's a nice generous size, and I'm going to open up my gift bag. I have the pool party ribbon, and then I wrap that with the red and white twine, and I double stranded it. Let's see if I can get that off without too much fuss. There we go. And pull that out. And what I put in was a t-shirt, like from my favorite store, a cute Cookie Crew t-shirt that fits in there. Now, you probably could not get the man's shirt in there, but for a woman's shirt, you could easily fold it up, roll it up, and stick it in the bag. And that's exactly what I did. Very doable. It's all in how you fold it. And I'm going to say this came from my favorite store, which is having a gift card sale this weekend. So you're just going to fold it kind of like you're packing, right? That way, and then you're going to roll it up and put it in your gift bag. It will fit. That tag is kind of interfering. So you could put tissue in it as well to kind of make it more festive. You're going to put that ribbon through front to back. And then I just took a supply of the red and white twine, and this is probably the hardest part of the project, is when you have only two hands and you want to tie your ribbon. So sometimes what I'll do, and I'm looking around, is take something heavy like a punch to hold it in place and go ahead and loop that through, tie it, and tie your bow. And there you go. There is easy peasy gift bag 2. This is the larger size. And again, it will accommodate a small t-shirt. For kids' clothes, you could easily put in a kid's t-shirt as well. Women's and kids, I think, will fit easily. So there we go. There is our second bag. And next, we are continuing on with that same supply, the gift bags combo pack. And now I'm going to share with you the small bag. And I'm still using the little bit festive. So here's what I've done now. And I'm doing the same thing. This bag measures, let's see, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, I would say, and it's probably about 2 inches deep. So let me share with you the supplies I used for this bag. Again, this is from the Little Bit Festive specialty paper pack. I have my gingham paper. On the flip side is just a pool party Night Navy paper, and it measures 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. It's going to be flat adhered, so I'm just going to add. You could put the glue on the bag, or you could put the glue on the paper, either one. And I'm just going to align that. Sometimes I like to just stand it on its sides, and this is the time to snip if it's not a perfect fit. So mine looks a little bit big. I'm gonna go ahead and take the paper snips and I'm gonna go ahead and snip that down. Just use the bag as your guide. Now the contrast band at the top is a strip of Night Navy paper, also a die cut from the same paper pack. So I didn't even have to grab any cardstock for this. This is already included in that little bit festive paper pack. And I'm just gonna put this up at the top. There's my band, my contrasting band. The trees as well are from that die set. So, from the paper pack set. And here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to put my adhesive at the base because this is actually wider than it needs to be. That way I don't have sticky on the back of my die cut. And then on the side, I'm gonna put a small amount on the die and I'm gonna bring some on to the trees as well. I'm gonna add that to my paper. So you can see how easy and how quick these come together. Now I'm gonna snip that little snow hill off. Easy. And the third tree, also from the paper pack, I'm gonna put on with dimensionals. So I'm gonna add a little bit of depth. Right here. And there is still time to order your supplies for some of these Christmas crafting projects. There we go, how cute, right? My tag was cut from the Greetings of the Seasons die set, and I'm gonna use that same to and from stamp from Humble Home. Stamp that on the tag, add a little bow. This is the silver and white ribbon. So it's has that nice silver edge. Make a little bow. Bring that down. Probably bigger than it needs to be, and I'm going to trim that down. And trim it. Bows I usually like to put on with a mini glue dot or maybe a couple of mini glue dots. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to add a mini glue dot to the bow, and I actually might use a couple. Make sure it sticks. Put it on my tag, and then the tag I am putting on as well with a glue dot. So there we go. So there's our smaller size bag, and you're probably wondering like, okay, so what am I going to put in this little bag? What will fit? So what I've got in my bag here with the tissue paper, when you pull out your gift. So I've got socks in my small bag, and look at that. This is gonna be under the tree for me as well, and I'm gonna love it. So this was in the small bag, it fits, and you know, you probably couldn't put the heavy woolen socks in there, but regular socks will work, they will fit. And I wanted to show you a couple of variations on that. It's not standing, sitting up. So earlier in the season, I made it with the Snowy Fun, designer series paper and die cuts. And I put in here, you could also put some of the smaller hand creams. They work really nice. Wrap them up in a little bit of tissue and put them in your bag. And look how cute they are. So quick and easy. Exactly, Lena. I think they're adorable. I think they are special. They're not just store bags. These are handmade bags, which just pump your gift up to the next level. I mean, a pair of socks in a regular gift bag from the store is not as special as from the handmade bags, right? So there are our 3 projects for our quick and easy gift bag. I hope you enjoy making these. And if you have any questions about the bags or the boxes, the supplies, and the paper, it's all available online. Again, if you shop with me, there's the code. You're going to receive the free Fun Fold tutorial or a gift in the mail if your order's over $50. I just checked before I came on, and all of these supplies were still available through Stampin' Up! but it will get down to the wire. We are running close, right? Because this shopping season, this prep season is a lot shorter than previous years. So we'll get the quick and easy going so that we can still have the fun projects. I appreciate you joining me, and I will see you next week. I'm going to be doubling up weeks because we're going to run into 12 weeks is actually the week of Christmas now, because I took a week off for Thanksgiving, but we'll make it with 12 projects. Thank you. You're so welcome, Lena. I appreciate you joining me. And again, if you'll share with someone else who you think might enjoy these projects, we can get lots of handcrafting Christmas crafts going together. Thanks so much. I will see you soon.